to a story you will only see on Fox. The old saying is, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
And that is especially true in the case of two local boys who, through different paths, found themselves in wheelchairs going through physical rehab at the exact same clinic.
Fox 20's Adam Shear joins us now with how these two found friendship after tragedy.
Tom and Tracy, Chris Freeby just got out of rehab actually a few days ago, but while he was there, he really needed a friend. Trying to regain control of his legs is one of the toughest things he's ever went through. Luckily for him, he met someone who could be there to support him. Let's just say when we met up with these guys in Chicago last week, they seemed destined to be friends. Tucked away in the hustle and bustle of Chicago, two boys share this small room.
And I realized we kind of had a special bond, and it was, for me, I realized it was for a purpose too.
Two typical guys from Indiana, Adam Keszei and Chris Freeby, also share a friendship seemingly brought together by destiny.
This means a lot for I don't have a lot of guy friends at home.
They talk about sports, movies, music, and of course, they're always looking for their next girlfriend.
Chris was saying he's got a lot of friends that are girls. Are you going to have him hook you up when you get out of here?
That's every time I talk to him.
As normal as they seem, how this friendship was forged was anything but typical.
I think God brings good out of bad things. So kind of like going along that line, I feel like this is just another really good thing that came from kind of a bad incident.
Christmas night of last year, Adam was hanging out in a car with some friends pulled over on the side of the road as they looked up toward the stars. It's the night his life changed forever.
A 17-year-old girl rear-ended us from behind going very fast, probably 50 miles an hour or faster. And then I was knocked unconscious, and when I came to, I was pinned in the back seat, and I couldn't really move, and then when I could move, I felt my legs, and I realized I couldn't feel them at all. So at that point, I realized something serious had happened.
First responders pulled him from the car with the jaws of life.
And let's go back a little. Okay. If you want to go further.
Paralyzed from the waist down, doctors only give Adam a 1% chance to ever walk again. You were on track to go to Indiana State, start that, do those goals. Keep pushing you.
That's something I don't think about too much, but, like I wanted to be a pilot, so I'm definitely not giving up on that yet.
Adam's misfortune led him here. The Rehabilitation Institute of Chicago.
Oh, I've made tremendous progress. I went from being so sick I couldn't even barely sit up in a wheelchair, and now I'm standing in these braces, so it's been quite a bit of progress.
There he met a young man who needed a friend in Chris, struggling mightily with his own rehab.
You can walk without a walk, and if it wasn't for a roommate like Adam, I would be really down, really depressed, really just not motivated.
Diagnosed with cerebral palsy from a young age, Chris recently had reconstructive surgery on his legs to help his ability to walk.
It's been really hard, we've known that since, before I got here, but it was not gonna be an easy road for me.
Before moving into this room, the two boys met in group therapy where they found something to bond over. A high school rivalry.
Being that I'm from Central, he's from... I'm not allowed to say his shoe. It's a bad word, but I'm married. Oops, I just said it.
Both boys face days more difficult than others. But what they found in their brief time in rehab is no matter how hard the day is, they always have each other to share a laugh.
How much does he joke around with you? How often do you just let him sit there and razz you?
All the time. I don't get a break, really.
In this small room in one of America's biggest cities, you can also find one of the country's biggest stories of inspiration.
Nice start.
We all like brothers, you know. As I like to say, brothers from another mother, you know.
Two friends dealing with what very likely will be the hardest point of their lives.
He said he wanted to be your friend forever. Is that something you could definitely see going forward?
I have to think about that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh, what a heartwarming story.
Yeah, just two really special kids, and I think Adam, you know, is really pushing Chris in that regard. He hasn't lost his faith in God, something that goes back to his time in high school and something that's really helped these two kids.
Oh, what an awesome story. What's next for these guys?
You know, right now, actually, like I said, Chris just got out of rehab this week, but, you know, he's staying strong with this friendship. He actually each day wears a Adam Strong wristband to remind him how special of a friendship it is. They hope to, you know, eventually both be out and getting out and hanging out and having fun together. So.
If any of us could have a friendship like that, we would be blessed in our lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome
so much,
story.
Adam.
Thanks,
Adam. Well,